Okay.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good. I'm just trying to figure out a way to sit.
I feel you.
I'm going with this way again.
Comfort without
New
lying
seating
down is a
position.
little difficult.
Yeah, new seating position unlocked last week.
Mm.
It's a pretty good one. It's a good one. Yep.
Guardian style?
Guardian style. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You look good.
I'm a little hungry.
You're a little hungry?
Hey.
I'm a little hungry too. So we've
I
been.
think he looks fresh.
Thank you.
Hey!
Hey guys. Thank you everyone for tuning in to this week's episode of WWWW, aka Hoodwin Wednesdays, exclusively here on the Cornucopia Studios
Network. Yes.
It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes. It's probably on another podcast place. I don't know, maybe Google Podcasts. It could be there, but probably not a lot of
Whatever
you.
that podcast thing that you submitted it to. I don't know.
Yeah. Probably another place.
I don't know. Look us up.
Tell
us if we come up on the Google search. Probably not yet, but
maybe.
keep sharing, keep liking.
Keep giving us some
keep
good
giving
feedback.
us feedback.
We love to hear.
And perhaps maybe
people's
we'll make
comments.
it.
Perhaps we'll make it big one day.
Mm-hmm.
And you can say, I
knew them before they had sponsors.
Yeah.
And you can say, oh, I went to high school with them.
Which a lot of you watching probably did. Shout out MMRHS class of 2019.
Ooh.
That was
interesting time. Pre-COVID.
That was 2 years ago. Going on 3.
It feels like way longer.
Feels like way longer.
Way
longer. We graduated high school 2 years ago. Hang on, I'm only like 98% sure that this is recording. That is recording, and I'm also only 98% sure that this camera is recording because we did have
an incident.
We did have an
Perhaps
incident.
Perhaps it was my fault. I don't know.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. The viewers probably didn't even notice. We've noticed that we spend a lot of time recently on tangents that end up resulting in scientific experiments. Weekly scientific experiment.
The past 2 weeks have been.
Should we do like
once
a week?
That would be a fun bit.
It's like a 2-minute video, like a scientific experiment.
I like this so much.
2 minute?
It's cool.
Leave us a comment if you like Jack and Meghan's weekly science Thursdays.
Scientific Thursdays.
Coming to those ears every Thursday from now on.
Can we do like on the weekend? Build up some hype for the Wednesday.
Scientific Saturdays.
Yeah.
Coming to those ears.
So
every Saturday from now on. Every Saturday.
Coming to those eyes.
Because
it's not going to be a potty. It's going to be a viddy.
Yeah, it'll just be coming to those eyes. It'll be a viddy on our Cornucopia Studios.
Really?
Yep. Today's matchup.
I was going to say that.
What is it? Tell us about it.
Today's matchup, guys, is 29 Roosters
versus
5 minutes prep versus 68 Keebler Elves, who have a personal grudge.
The Keebler Elves have a personal grudge against the 29 Roosters.
I hope everybody gets that reference. I don't know, maybe.
There's a reference?
No, just what are Keebler Elves? I know.
Oh yeah, of course. If you don't know what a Keebler Elf is, go out
and go to Price Chopper.
Go and get some EL fudges. You know those ones?
Yeah.
The ones with like the elf-shaped ones. No, it's the elf-shaped ones with the fudge in the middle.
No. I like the circles.
The circles. What do you mean?
The circles with the chocolate drizzle.
Oh yeah, those are good. Oh yeah, for sure. Those are good. Yeah. And they have some good sandies. I think they're called.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't frequent their business. I'm not a.
I mean, as long as you know.
I don't really.
You know the elves.
Yeah, I know the elves. That's it.
Of course. I mean, they're just the little elves that live in the tree and they make cookies.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
That's it.
But they're pissed at the Roosters for something that happened a long time ago, and they're still mad.
Perhaps they ate the cookies. Anyway.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Where does this battle take place? You might be asking. Let's discuss.
Well, we know the elves live in the tree. And they live in probably the magical cookie dessert forest.
Kingdom. Cookie Kingdom.
Cookie Kingdom, sure. They live in the cookie forest in the dessert kingdom. Cookie dessert forest kingdom. And chickens pretty much always live on a farm. So do the elves storm into the farm because they're still mad and they want to get revenge, or is this a neutral meeting site that they've planned?
Neutral.
Neutral?
I think we always just keep it neutral.
Neutral?
So it's not,
All right. Here's what happens.
Yep.
Here's what happens. Let's get comfy. Here's what's happened. The roosters are just chilling out in the middle of the wild, in the plains. They're chilling. They see the elves a little bit away, about 5 minutes away, and they're like, "Oh boy, the elves are nearby. We better make ourselves scarce." But the elves are like, "Yo, the chickens! Let's fight them." They weren't expecting to see the chickens, and they run over there. It takes about 5 minutes, so the roosters have 5 minutes to prep in the time that the elves are coming to them. But the elves weren't expecting to see the chickens, but they were mad.
They're fueled by anger.
They were fueled by anger.
And grudge.
All right. We haven't even decided which side's taking what side yet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to flip the WWWC, which we have determined in last week's episode scientifically is neutral.
I tried. Wait, hold on. Let me think.
She's going to call it, and if she gets it right, she gets to pick. If she doesn't get it right, I get to pick. I'm hoping she gets it right because she hasn't picked.
Okay.
You got your thing in mind?
Tails.
Shoot, I dropped the WWWW.
Oh my god, I dropped the WWWW. Oh my good gracious.
We do have the WWWWC here, the Woodwound Wednesdays coin. And in case you don't know, it is in fact a 1990 P United States quarter with our very first president, George Washington, on the front.
Mm-hmm.
And on the back, it does happen to be the eagle.
Tails. The one time that I say okay.
Meghan is 0 for 3 on the calls.
This time I hoped that I would be able to choose, but it's okay. Go ahead.
You can choose.
No.
I'm gonna let you choose. I'm gonna let you choose.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Roosters.
Okay, cool.
We hoping for the Elves? Or did you want? If you want to go for the Roosters, I don't care.
I was thinking Elves is fine.
Okay, then I'm on. I'll speak on behalf of the Roosters.
Mm-hmm.
29 of them. And you'll be talking about the 68 Keebler Elves with a personal grudge.
Mm-hmm.
Start us off with a statement or two or three, whatever.
Elves. Cute.
Sure.
I don't know how big they are.
We'll talk about that after your opening statement.
I don't know what statement is.
Or we talk about it
You
now.
know what I was thinking? We don't really have a lot of prep prior to these arguments.
We do not.
Which I don't know if that's a good idea or not. But it kind of makes for a fun little dumb argument.
You're right.
It makes it even stupider.
Yep.
As you can tell by I can't speak ever or make a point. But
I'm listening.
are you done?
Yes, I am.
All right. Any hoodiddles. I was thinking the other day. I was looking up these matchups. I wasn't I wasn't doing no. I was just thinking.
You're looking up the pictures.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also I was tempted in doing like fun facts, but I didn't.
That's fine.
Maybe I did with the Roosters, but
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Yeah. I'm all ears.
But I was just thinking about how they have quite the range of cookies. And I was thinking perhaps maybe they could build a fortress, build a wall from encasing all of them and protecting them from the Roosters. Or perhaps even craft weapons, craft slingshots, catapults. That would work with like cookie materials. They're definitely master crafters, and there's 68 of them, which means there's a lot of working hands. And this is what they're born to do. This is what they have been created for. So definitely can be done on a whim, as we have set up.
I agree. They seem like very crafty creatures, but I'm not sure violence is necessarily in their nature. Like, I feel like they might not.
They started it in this scenario.
No, the Roosters started it. Well, maybe not. Maybe.
The Elves have started this particular battle.
True. You're right. But you always see them making them cookies. They're making the wheels. That's what they're called. I think they're called the wheels.
The windmills?
No, the wheels. The circle
Just
ones.
kidding. Windmills are the other ones. Milano. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm thinking. I'm not so sure they would be able to craft weapons with such, capability as they can with the simple cookie. I'm not sure they could use them. I'm not sure without any prep time. I'm not sure they could be able to come up with something like that on the spot.
Well, you just they act quickly. There's 68 of them.
There are 68.
Add.
That is almost.
And
that's quite a few. Yeah.
Yeah. So perhaps they would, build a wall, build some sort of blockade, and kind of have like that would be like a distraction for the Roosters. Meanwhile, don't open your mouth. You're like jumping to say something, and I can't finish a point when you're like.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
No, you.
The Elves. Crafty. I'll admit it. The Roosters. They got a little beak. All it takes is one peck of one cookie. Crumble. You know what I'm saying? If you're making your weapons out of cookies, a rooster would be able to. I feel like a rooster. I mean, I guess there's less roosters, but I feel like a rooster could put up a pretty good defense against a cookie wep.
Elves, I don't know. They're small, so that is a disadvantage. And the cookies are a disadvantage, I know. Well, I was hoping perhaps maybe they would come up with like a super hard cookie. Maybe perhaps they mess up the recipe, or like they intentionally mess up the recipe. They know chemistry of sorts because baking soda and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So how cannon from
Well, just let me just say this on your behalf. Actually, I mean, I think that the Elves are actually probably bigger than you think. I think they're probably about 3 feet tall. Probably like.
Can we ask Goog? Do you think
we haven't asked her? We haven't asked her yet.
Okay.
Today. I'm calling her her, but it's really not. Hey Google, how tall is a Keebler elf?
On the website sj-r.com, they say, the Keebler elf tree, the state champion white ash, is nearly 90 feet tall with a spread of 94 feet.
Okay, so definitely not the answer that we wanted.
That is the height of the
I
tree.
did not know that there was a Keebler tree.
You knew they lived in a tree.
I didn't know that there was a Keebler tree in existence.
That's what
a
I was
real
talking
thing. Yes.
Oh.
What do you mean?
I thought that was like a
Fictional thing?
yeah.
No.
I thought that was describing the tree, which the
No.
no. Got it. All right.
I've had chickens. I have actually accidentally had a rooster. We didn't know it was a rooster. His name was Whitey. He was the only white one, I think.
Oh, he was white. And you named him Whitey.
There's a theme here amongst my family and naming animals based on what they look like, based on their physical attributes. Yeah, and I have to say I was very scared of him because he was very aggressive.
Yes.
And he would.
Yep.
Roosters, fun fact, they do anything to protect the flock. So.
Oh. So it seems like with a flock of roosters, that's a brotherhood.
Oh, game over.
It's a brotherhood.
Moment. Yeah, I know.
But the elves.
But what I was saying was a good point, though. They know baking. Baking is a science. Cooking is easy. Baking is much more difficult.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you have to actually measure.
Right.
Otherwise, you mess it up. But what I'm saying, basically, the point is that they could craft something that would be, they could craft for good, a delicious cookie, but they could craft for evil. A poison cookie. Poison cookie.
True, I didn't think about that.
Or, yeah, poison cookie. Classic. Or you have, I don't know, super hard cookie.
Don't
I was thinking
roosters
like
have like 4 stomachs or something? Isn't that a thing?
No idea. Why does that matter?
Because I'm thinking that a rooster, like you give a rooster anything and he'll just eat it and it'll be okay. I'm not sure you could poison a rooster with a cookie. Well, maybe not. Maybe that was a dumb thing to say.
Yeah. Maybe they can't eat cookies.
Maybe they can't.
Maybe it's like a dog where, you can't give it chocolate.
Maybe.
What if that's a thing?
What if that is the case? I don't know. But in any event, I think that the Roosters are going to put up a pretty good fight against the confectionery defenses. Purely based on the fact that they have a little pecker. Their little beak can pretty much break through anything, I'm thinking. And I know roosters can't fly, but they can. Like, chickens can fly for, like, a little bit, right? Like, they can just get up in the air for a sec.
Yeah.
I think that gives them a little bit of a little edge, because the elves can only jump, which is different than flying, for those of you who were not aware. I'm thinking that the chickens might... Roosters... Say that again?
Roosters.
Before you said like ruster, like how people say rough.
It did when I heard myself.
Why do people say that?
Rough?
Rough. Like, oh.
What's up on the roof?
What's up on the roof? Like, what's the roof? RUF? Like, what?
Well, you could argue that I say things weirdly, but it's okay.
But you don't say rough, do you?
Do I?
Oh.
No.
What's that?
Ceiling.
Correct. I think this could be a pretty even fight as well, because...
Yeah, but I think people are more inclined. They're not going to, like, super think about it, because it's on an Instagram story, so it's kind of fades quickly. But also, I think people would be like, oh, roosters definitely, because they're pecky. And maybe...
I would be scared to fight 29
roosters. And I think that people think that the elves are, like, this small, so then you could just be picked off.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
even though there's 68 of them, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I think numbers-wise, if you had 68 roosters against 68 elves, that might be a bit of a different story. But I'm thinking how it is, the ratio now, 68 to 29, I think that could be a pretty fair fight. I'm seeing merit for both sides here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking that the roosters, even though they have less, I personally think that they could have a slight edge. Like I said, I can see both sides. But for the sake of argument, thinking them little peggies, and then flappy, thinking that gives them an edge.
Valid. Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, we're at 32 minutes of recording, but that doesn't mean you're going to be hearing 32 minutes.
It's probably like 15 minutes.
Probably 20.
It's fine.
This can be a shorter one.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
I'm a bit tired.
Me too.
So
Should I have lunch?
we didn't have lunch yet. We're about to go to the Chinese restaurant. Chinese, more like a kiosk. I don't know what you call it. What do you?
Kiosk. I said it like that. Yeah, like a kiosk.
Yep. You caught me. I said the word.
Oh.
I said kiosk. How else do you say it?
Kiosk.
Kiosk. Said that.
You just said it funny.
What would you call it? What would you call the restaurant? What did you call the restaurant? 'Cause it's not like we go to. It's in a food court. We're going to the food court. We're gonna get Chinese restaurant food. What would you call it? Would you call it a Chinese restaurant, or would you call it a Chinese kiosk? I don't think a kiosk is a great word for this, but
There's another word, but I just can't think of it.
I
right
really
now.
like the word kiosk though.
Kiosk is funny.
It's a funny word. It's kind of like, how do you like know what it means? But I guess you just do. What would you call it though?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess this. Oh, restaurant in the food court. Part of the food court.
Stand.
Kind of.
I don't know.
We're gonna get some orange chicken. I'm gonna grab my Apple iPhone here. Yeah, it's been recording actually. 98% sure of that.
And I am 47% sure that this is recording. Oh, love that. Bruh. Oh my god.
All right. We're here using my Apple iPhone. It is the 11 Pro. It's green. I've been posting these polls, if you're wondering. I've been posting these polls to my Instagram story, which is follow me at ber.telli. That's my handle. And of course, you can give her a follow too at Meghan with 2 N's at the end.
_ LOUISEE.
That's Louise with 2 E's at
You'll
the end.
see it on the screen, so it's not that hard.
Yeah. And of course, obviously, as we said, follow at Cornucopia Studios, where we hope to eventually be posting these polls one day.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to need to follow us there. Give us some votes. Let's check it out. Who would win? 29 Roosters.
68.
5 minutes prep Roosters, 68 Elves with a personal grudge.
Yes.
Yes. Let's give it a look-see. Wow. Oh my gambit. That was a surprise. I would have thought the Roosters would have taken the cake, but the 68 Keebler Elves with a personal grudge
That's
have win.
wow.
Have
I want
win-
to see the comments now because I feel like
yeah,
people are going to have really good arguments. Maybe it was him.
78% for the Keebler Elves. That's kind of a big margin versus 29
This is
Roosters.
like a blowout.
I was not
This is
expecting that.
crazy.
I was super not expecting that. Let's see what people have to say about it. 32 votes. 32 versus 9. So 32 votes for the Elves,
Wow.
29. It's 9 votes for the 29 Roosters. Let's see what anyone has to say. My man Brendan coming in with a comment once again. Thank you for leaving comments. If you want to leave a comment, please do. Personal grudge. Enough said. I think that's reasonable. I mean, if these Elves have something against these chickens, Roosters, I think they're gonna find a way to beat them. And with the outnumberage going on there,
There you go.
there you go. I mean,
I wish more people would have commented.
I wish more
because
people
I
would
wanted
comment
to
too.
hear.
we do appreciate
Maybe-
your comments a few weeks ago about the elephants and the mice. Got a lot of
Yeah,
good
there was
comments
plentiful.
there. But
Past 2 weeks have been only one person.
only
Shout
one
out,
person,
Brendan.
so shout out Brendan. We love seeing your comments. We love seeing your votes. Obviously, your vote counts, because if you're thinking, oh, I live in a blue state, this vote's not going to count.
Jack,
It's going to count because this has nothing to do with the federal United States election. So give us a vote. Give us votes. Give us comments. The Elves are going to take the cake with 78%. That's a pretty good margin. All right, I guess it's time for our final segment, right?
Yeah.
It's my turn, right? Or is it your turn?
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
Unfortunately.
All right. So how this works, for everyone who hasn't been watching, I'm going to give Meghan 60 seconds, a.k.a. 1 minute, on the clock. And she's going to have to... she's going to decide, would she rather fight the Roosters or the Keebler Elves? You have 1 minute. Go.
This one is hard.
It is hard.
I don't know. I would say Elves, but I feel like that is naive. Because there are 68 of them, and now that I guess I don't really know how tall they are. They're 3 foot tall.
Yeah, but
That's
I mean,
like,
they're tall enough to beat the Roosters.
That's a pretty good size. Anyway, Roosters are fierce, but I feel like I am human. Well,
you feel like that, or how sure are you?
68%.
Mm.
But yeah. Roosters.
Going with the Roosters?
I'm gonna say Roosters. I feel like I could defeat
Yeah, I would
29 Roosters.
I feel like that would be easier than 68 little Elves running around, especially if the Elves already beat the Roosters.
Because Roosters have intelligence, but it's not to the extent that the Elves, they have their...
WWWW.